sneaks up on you. You see that?
Yes. I thought I was going to go meet my maker before this day happened. Die in peace. I do.
Thank you.
And I'd like to say a special thanks to Bob and Regina for inviting us all to be witnesses to this great occasion. I want a hand for them. Thank you. To ask a blessing on the remainder of the ceremonies. Would you join me, please? Lord, our hearts just go out. We just thank and praise you for this wedding, for this commitment that Jim and Lindsay have made. We share in their joy, Lord. We thank you for the programs that we're here to be witnesses to it. Lord, bless them. May they have many November the 2nd anniversaries, Lord. Thank you for them. Bless the remainder of the service. Bless their honeymoon, Lord, and we know their desire to start a family right away, Lord. And just pray that you'll bless them with a family, Lord. I know they're going to be great parents, Lord. Thank you for the privilege of being here and being witnesses to it. Thank you for this food. Thank you for the refreshments. Bless the remainder of the service, Lord. And all the witnesses said it. Amen.
Amen.
And first and foremost, I want to thank my parents for making tonight happen.
Yeah!
Not only did you guys give us life, but you've given us everything in life. You've talked to me about unconditional love, and you've given me two wonderful sisters. Okay, hold on. I'm not going to cry. Okay. And I want to thank Lindsay and Jamin because I wouldn't be standing up here if I didn't believe in you both wholeheartedly. 2 weeks into Lindsay and Jamin's relationship, they knew they were in love. And to me, it was insane. I was a little worried at first, but then I realized that they weren't the only ones I knew. Everyone around them knew that they were in love right from the start. And that's something amazing. I don't think everybody has that. Okay, Lindsay, you're not only my big sister, you're my best friend and my biggest confidant. Okay, hold on. I practiced this and I never cried. So my favorite characteristic that you have and that I most envy is your creativity. Lindsay is more creative than anybody I know, and she always has been from a young age. Everything from your party favors, she sewed these bags individually, to your name thing, she made that whole thing. And it's not just tonight. I mean, every detail of tonight, you've been planning for years, or, well, they are. I forgot to say a part about mom and dad, but anyway. You are just so creative, and I love that about you. And I see, it's like within her job and her social life, everyth's creative. And Jamin's always there supporting her and allowing her and letting her creativity flourish, and I love that about you. My favorite attribute that you have is your helpfulness. You always help everyone around you. Whenever I have a question, you give an answer. Whenever I need help, that wasn't supposed to be funny, but I know. Whenever I need help, Jamin lends a hand, and I know I observe it personally, but everyone around us, I mean, my parents, he's always helping somebody, and I love that about you. I know you will always take care of my sister, and that means the world to me. And I couldn't be happier for you both. They've always said that they've been lucky in love, and it's kind of funny because growing up, my mom, whenever we were dating somebody, or we had a boyfriend or whatever, my mom would say, "You'd be lucky to be her boyfriend," or recently, "You'd be lucky to be her husband." So tonight, Jamin, you'd be lucky. And Lindsay, you'd be lucky too. So my wish for you is that the giddy love you felt at 2 weeks into your relationship continues to deepen and grow forever. And I wish you the best, and I love you both with all my heart. So let's raise our glasses to Lindsay and Jamie. Here's to love, laughter, and your happily ever after.
And next up we have the Maid of Honor accordion.
I'm going to hold my notes so I don't lose track of myself. For those of you I haven't met, my name's Corey. I'm Lindsay's slightly older and favorite sister. But before I started in like my sister, I wanted to express the same sentiments to my parents, Bob and Regina. I mean it, their life's mission is us, these two girls and myself. And never-ending love, unconditional support, and just immense generosity. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So, real quick, raise your glasses to my parents, Bob and Regina. All right, so now I'm going to move on to the bride and the groom. First, I'm going to start with you, Linz. When preparing for this, I got her choked up. So when preparing for this, I was thinking, what stories could I tell that not many people know about you? And also would embarrass you, so I started making a list. I know a roast would not go over well tonight, so really, I don't know what life is like without you. You were here just 11 months after me. And I was trying to, like, how do you summarize a lifelong relationship? And you can't. So I was trying to think of, okay, well, what's the earliest memory I have with you? And I don't have one because you're in them all. So, and our whole life, I've told people we're the same age, 1 month out of every year. We're very close. So I thought I'd just highlight a couple stories. One is that, again, my parents supported us every opportunity. And so we did a lot of extracurricular activities, sports being one of them. You name it, I can have you guys holler them out, but tennis, volleyball, basketball, horseback riding, bowling league, we did it. And it wasn't just sports, but it was all kinds of activities. But Lindsay particularly flourished in sports. She was a collegiate volleyball player, and in her final year, she finished her career at the University of Portland, where she's the most valuable player. Those were some memories that were particularly fun. Not only the childhood memories, but also watching you pound the crap out of that ball. Like, you know, Jamin, we talk about videos, and he's like, oh no, I never saw her play, but really, it was fun to watch you play. And then in the later years, later 20s and 30s, we have enjoyed similar interests in music. We both appreciate that we have no musical skills whatsoever. But we have enjoyed listening to, music and going to concerts. We're particularly fond of Dave Matthews Band. And I think we've been as far east as Pennsylvania to see him. We've been as far west as Hawaii. And I think the Washington State Gorge is as far north as we've gone. So I hope that continues. And just to summarize our relationship, Lindsay is fiercely one of my biggest supporters. She always has my back, and I am very blessed to have sisters. At the end of the day, I'm not going to cry. But at the end of the day, you and her and my parents, and now Mike, and now Jamin are all I have. So I feel very lucky because we are very close. I'm lucky. So anyway, tonight, now, Jamin, that includes one more person. That's you. You're part of the family now. And just the other day, I don't know what we were doing, but Jamin was like, Corey, you're going to be the last stage strap. And I didn't say much, but I was thinking, Jamin's not always the quickest on the uptake, but he really has been around this family long enough to know that Lindsay did not become a Bolin tonight. He became a Jay Schneider.
yelled at Judy Stahl, the lady who did the wedding, and the minister, and I said, Jamin, you're turning into one of us. Anyway, so naturally I grew up with brothers, so I don't know what it's like to feel like to have, or that. Speech therapy? I don't know what it's like to have a brother until recently when Mike became part of the family. And I really do feel like you're a brother, Mike. And again, blessed and lucky because I really do feel like you're a brother. Your relationship with my sister aside, you always include me. If I need anything, you include me, or you have my back. And I have no doubt in my mind you're a good, honest, and kind man. I know you're going to be a great husband, my sister. In conclusion, here's to marriage, that happy estate that resembles a pair of scissors, so joined that they can't be separated, often moving in opposite directions, yet still punishing anyone who comes between them. And then on a little bit of a sweeter note, in the words of our fond friend Dave Matthews, celebrate we will, for life is short but sweet for certain. So Lindsay and Jamie.
What did you say to me?
Next up, we have one of the two best friends, Doug.
I'm just going to wing this. Maybe the most important journey that we go on in life is the journey to find true love. To find that person that completes us, makes us whole. And often that journey can be painful, it can be long, but when you find love, it is the richest reward. Jamin found that 30 years ago when he met me. So Jamin calls me up a couple months ago and he said, I just had the best dream about you last night, Doug. All right, tell me more. Oh man, you totally blew your best man speech. Awesome. You freaked out up there. He's laughing because this is true. It's true. You freaked out up there. You forgot all your lines. Totally blew it, and then you just started cussing, started swearing over again. That's my buddy. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Doug Wambacher, and I'm honored to be up here as one of Jamin's best men. I've known Jamin since first grade. Grew up in Cottonwood together. We're kind of like high school sweethearts. We love to prank. We love to laugh. We love to giggle. Really, the only chink in the armor came when Jamin graduated number 2 at Mingus. See, he blames me for not being valedictorian. For those of us who know Jamin, Jamin's a smart guy. He is. Not humble about it. So, back up. So we're taking freshman PE class together, and I come up behind Jamin in front of Coach Valenzuela, PE coach, and I rip his pants down. Coach didn't think that was that funny. That's hilarious. So, Coach Valenzuela gives Jamin a B in class, and that is the only B that Jamin got in high school. Literally graduated number 2, so he's always blamed me for not being the valedictorian. Not the punchline. I'd like to remind Jamin, this is freshman PE. Dance a lot. Learn to square dance, line dance. Keep your eye on Jamin on the dance floor tonight. Nobody's giving this guy an A. David begged me to play the compliment game up here. We used to compliment each other often. So let me tell you a few reasons why I do love this guy. In high school and college, I was a slacker. Jamin was responsible. He was very responsible. I often fell flat on my face. Jamin knows what I'm talking about. But Jamin cared enough. He acted like a big brother. He always came behind me. He picked me up. He dusted me off. Always pushed me forward. I've learned so much from this guy. I've got so much pride in this guy. He is smart. He's successful. He's incredibly adventurous. He's traveled the world. Friends that he's met along his sojourn are here, Dean, Matt. That wasn't a joke. But anyways, I'm so proud of Jamin. But there's been no prouder moment in my life, Lindsay, than when Jamin called me and told me that he was proposing to you. So with that being said, by the way, I should thank you guys, Bob, for Jamin. It was in there, but
part of the
I was
dream.
ad-libbing.
That was part of the
Yeah. But with that being said, I'd like everybody to grab a laugh. So, 10 years ago at my wedding, Jamin was my best man. Almost 10 years. Jamin was my best man. And he gave a riveting. So I would like to honor Jamin's depth and creativity by plagiarizing Jamin's toast to me. So if you will put your glasses up, remember these are Jamin's words, not mine. I will not take credit. Jamin, Lindsay, you're the best. That's all I got.
I think Wes is about to say, Justice, please say.
Ladies and gentlemen, next we have the second verse, man. This thing on.
I gotta be honest with you guys. Those who know me, I spend most of my day behind a computer, typing code. And Doug practiced his speech in the back room. I almost wanted to cry. See, Doug and I used to live together. And the reason why I became such good friends with Jamin is because of Doug. And he's always been the best storyteller, and he literally tonight, Doug, nice job, buddy. That was good. So, yeah, the truth is, I called Doug up when I was done playing baseball at U of A. I met Jamin there. And Jamin and I we hit it off right away. And the reason why is I think we had the same background in the family and same kind of values as people. But, before I get into that, I just really want to say, Bob, Regina, thank you so much. I got ahead of myself. I had this all planned out, and I had to scratch the whole thing when I heard the speech, because it was that amazing. So, thank you guys. I know it's a lot of effort, a lot of resources go into making the wedding happen, and it's been amazing. Thank you so much. And I got to go here, and Lindsay, I love you. You become a part of my family. Like my wife and I. Besides the spaghetti squash, she taught her to feed me all the time. It's been amazing getting to know you. I can't be happier for Jamin. It feels good to be up here for a reason. Because it feels right. It feels good. And it's easy, I guess, since I scratched the whole speech, just to sit here and say, it's easy to talk because it feels good, Jamin, to be up here. We've been through a lot of things, Jamin and I. Anyone that knows us knows that we've been business partners for 12 years. We've seen our highs, we've seen our lows, and we've seen our lows. But the truth is, people often ask me, my dad asked me a lot of times, my dad had a business growing up, and he's had business partners that, they fell off the wayside, and he's had to move on to new things in life. And he always asked me because he's intrigued by how we've made it work for so long. And I've never really elaborated on that with anyone, but maybe I should do that now. The reason why it probably works is, first of all, I don't know if you guys seen the size of this guy's head. He's got so much information stacked inside here that it's shocking that it hasn't exploded into smithereens. It's like it's flying out of it everywhere. He's a smart guy. And to kind of like quantify that smartness, you can do it with SATs and stuff, but a funny story is a group of us went to Sedona a couple years ago, and we go to this really old house. And it's a friend of my family's, and we go to this old house. There's no TVs. There's no radios. I mean, we get in there, and it's kind of creepy, We're like, so what are we going to do tonight? We're on the creek. So we go digging in the closet, and we find this Trivial Pursuit from like 1970. And keep in mind, the lady that owns this house, she's 90 years old. So this is like, it's been in there for a while. So we pulled this Trivial Pursuit game out. And we get, the questions are kind of like this. Kind of like, who was the leading co-star on the first episode of MASH? And what color tie was Richard Nixon wearing during his inaugural speech? I mean, things that like none of us had any idea, It was shocking. Jamin literally knew every single answer. Not a single person got a thing right. Jamin was just stacking his pies there, and he was just laughing all the way to the bank. He's an extremely smart guy. And to be in a business with someone like that is a blessing for me. But it goes beyond that, that to really get into our friendship. Most of my friends know that I'm a sensitive guy, know that I'm going to give you the I love you man speech. I'm trying not to give the I love you man speech tonight, but I told Doug after the wedding was over, I said, I got emotional tonight, and the reason why is because it just felt good, it felt right, it felt like, it was good, it was something that, you see your best friend in life, someone that you feel like is a brother, you see them make this commitment that I made myself, and you just, it's pure happiness. And to see that, Jamin, and to know that, you're going down this road with someone that I love as well, I couldn't be happier. I love you, man. We got a long road to go. We're gonna shoulder squeeze. The funny thing is, like, we both work from home, so sometimes I'll call Jamin and I went and got fitted for my suit, and I told the guy, I don't wear a suit. And he's like, well, where do you work at? I said, I work from home. What do you typically wear? I said, I wear boxers and everything. And so I'll call Jamin, and in our business, it's just Jamin and I. And so sometimes when we deal with these large companies, and it's just Jamin and I running this business, and we've done well, but we'll say, hey, Jamin, we have a phone call with so-and-so today from this company. You're going to be the director of sales today. So I'll tell them, hey, my director of sales will give you a call tomorrow. And he'll sit down, we'll fill out, and so we have different roles, but the truth is, like, we really, we just wing it, but we've been doing it for a long time. It's working. It's working. That's really it. I love you guys. You guys are, you mean the world to me. And so cheers. Cheers.
Thank you guys so much, Jessica, Corey, Doug, Wes. That was amazing. We really appreciate it. I just want to say a few quick words. First off, wow. Look at you. You look so amazing. I really am looking touched on Lindsay's creativeness a little bit earlier, but I've been living with it for the past, 11 months. And so I can tell you that there is a lot of effort that goes into it. I'm just so thankful for everything that you do and how caring you are, how much you care for everybody, and especially for me. Then I want to just, first off, thank Bob and Regina. Thank you guys so much. I can't even tell you how much my life has changed in the past 3 years. Getting to know not only Lindsay, but your entire family. You guys embraced me from day one, and I just honestly feel like I found 2 new sisters and 2 new parents, and it's just been amazing. It's been a great 3 years of my life. And so thank you guys so much for tonight. And then I want to say a few words to my family that are all here. Thank you guys so much for coming, for just the thoughtfulness that you guys have always had. And I love you guys so much. And then lastly, just all the friends and family that, traveled from far and close. And I mean, people from all walks of our lives. I mean, I have Doug, who I've known since I was a little kid. I have all these college friends, and Dean and Matt collaborated. I met Dean in Italy, and we met Matt in Portugal, and we traveled all over Europe and North Africa, and the three of us just did a trip down the Costa Rica and Panama, and we all live all over the place, but we've made it a point to stay close. And it's like a night like tonight when you realize, like, man, like friends and family are everything. To have that is just, it's awesome. So thank you guys so much for coming. Like, it's amazing.
It's so important in life to have good people around you, and I've got the best. I really feel that way. And my wife, I have to correct a mistake. I had one line, and it was supposed to be, who gives this young lady? And I was supposed to say, my wife and I. So it was my wife and I, not just me. I really am fortunate to have so many good people. I mean, I have family here from Pennsylvania, from Virginia, Maryland. My nephew flew in last night. He's flying out tomorrow morning. TJ, I gotta say, we're all into the Army and veterans, and so he's a pilot in the Air Force. You won't be able to sleep well at night because he's here. When you see him acting crazy, you'll say, "Oh." But he is our country's best. And as far as Jamin and Lindsay, I met Jamin. I didn't know. You don't know. You went to bed. In my day, it was the Beatles and the long hair. And Jamin came into my life with this haircut. I'm glad he stoned it down a bit. But I accept him for who he is. And I honestly feel that he's going to be like one of my children, like one of my sons. And I already have a great one in Mike, and I'm just happy that you guys are together. I know that you're going to make it. I know that I can just tell, And I've always told my children that they should look for a man who, when he looks at you, he's got to look at you with eyes like you're the most beautiful woman in the world, the most beautiful woman in the room. And I've always said to my wife that, you're the most beautiful girl in the room, and I always feel that way. But tonight, Lindsay, it's a tie. Thank you all for coming. And please enjoy yourself and dance and have some fun. Thank you.
There you go. Alright, look at me for one. Alright, guys. Jamin, look at me for one.
You got them?
Yeah, okay, go ahead.